No excuses. They're not just words for Zion Clark. It's an ethos that has defined his life. He was born without legs as a result of a disorder called caudal regression syndrome. Grew up in foster homes, 9 of them by the time he was like 16. He was not taken care of. He was abused and bullied. When he was 17, though, he was adopted by a woman Zion would eventually call Mom. Look at that smile. Look at those smiles. In high school, a successful senior year on the wrestling team left him just 1 win away from a state championship. He wrestled at Kent State and won 2 state championships in wheelchair racing. His life is the subject of a Netflix documentary. He wrote a book about his life, and he set a Guinness World Record. But wait, now he's chasing his biggest dream yet, to be the first American to compete in both the Olympics and the Paralympics. It is my pure delight to introduce you to Zion Clark. What is good, Zion?
How's it going?
You know, it's going pretty good. It's pretty good. I've been looking forward to this conversation for several weeks now, and it's really a delight to meet you. I am an adoptee, and I am an advocate for foster kids. My family's been touched by foster care. So, you know, meeting a foster kid who is finding so many reasons to smile is such a blessing for me. No excuses, huh? That's right on your back, in fact. You've tattooed it there.
Yeah, I'll give you a little story behind it. I was in high school, and I was wrestling a really hard match. You know, I was real beat up. I had torn a few muscles in my shoulder. My fingers were all messed up. I couldn't really move. I was feeling kind of sorry for myself, I'd say. And right before the final period, my coach kind of came up to me and, you know, gave me a little pep talk, you know, because he felt that I could push further and, you know, get over this little hump. And he grabbed me by my singlet and told me that, man, you gotta just leave everything out there. You're doing very well. Yeah, this guy's tough, but who cares? You go out there, you don't leave any excuses out there, and you just go win, go wrestle. And so I just went right back out there, and pain or not, just tried my hardest, ended up coming with the win in overtime.
And thus,
then after that,
no excuses. Thus, no excuses. And this has been kind of this living motto for you, because, you know, you would think a shoulder injury and injuring your hands, those are key for your movement, right? Without legs, your back injury, shoulder injury for you, that's impeding your mobility, right?
Yeah, it does. Having caudal regression syndrome and having my disability where, you know, you don't have legs, you have to take very good care of your hands. And, you know, doing the things like wrestling, fighting, track and field, Paralympic track and field, it's very damaging to your hands and your shoulders constantly. And in my situation, my hands and my arms are also like my feet and my legs.
Yeah,
they act as both. But over the years, you know, working with the right people and having a good team behind me, I've been able to keep my body in the shape I need to, just keep pushing to each and every level I need to get to.
Well, and that's the key, right? Because you want to push yourself to grow as an athlete and to get stronger, right? And faster and more capable. But you also have to make sure you're not putting yourself into physical difficulty. You can't injure yourself. So it's not been a straight line for you at all, life. And I know that to be true, because life never goes in a straight path, right? You've had all these curves along the way. I wonder do you ever, and I think that you're a guy that always looks forward, you don't look back, but do you wonder what your life would have been without sport?
Sometimes, you know, it's fun to think about it because, you know, it's something that you can't change now. You know, what we decide to do is what we decide to do. And there aren't really many things that it will do for you looking back, except for, you know, make yourself be more appreciated for having the ability to do things you do, because sometimes it could take one moment to completely switch up that decision you made to be an athlete or be a doctor or anything. And the outcome could be completely different.
Yeah. For foster kids especially.
Right.
Look, for kids in the foster care system, you know, often the forgotten kids, right? So you're in foster care, you've got a physical disability that you're healing through and working through and thriving with. And oh, by the way, you're African American, so you're trying to figure out how to get by in this world, right? And
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it? There's a joy or light inside of you that I think has been there from the start. Maybe you can't even see it, but I see it.
I think that just the way I came up and just experiencing so many different types of people and just different ways of life. And then my mom ultimately taking me in the end and really just showing me that all that doesn't matter and showing me like the right way to, live life and just be appreciative. It wasn't that I always had it, but I feel like I was able to learn how to appreciate life by watching other people around me.
Well, and I know that she said something to you, basically like, hey, if they're going to look at you, make sure they remember your name. They can't forget your name now, can they?
I think so.
So talk to me about this goal. You want to be the first American athlete to qualify for both the Olympics and the Paralympics. What will that take?
That's going to take a lot of focus, a lot of training. I've been working with some of the best coaches around, especially being in California. You can find the best martial art coaches, whether it's wrestling, jiu-jitsu, fighting. And with the Chula Vista Center right out here, I'm having the honor to work with some very smart, intelligent people that will help me get to the next level I want to be at.
Well, I think that you are just a remarkable human. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. He has a new photo book called Zion Unmatched. You can catch him on Netflix. Baby, you have been busy. And training. I don't know how you do it. You do all of this. A book, the Netflix show, you're breaking records. Tell us what the Guinness World Records record is that you set.
I covered 20 meters in 3.74 seconds.
Come on now. Come on now. I'm just saying. Look, you are incredible. You are an incredible human. There's no doubt in my mind. There are great plans for your life. I know you keep faith center to your existence, and I'm just grateful to meet you, Zion. I want to point you to our website, because then you can keep up with everything Zion's got going on, and we'll link you up with some of the things that he's involved in, ZionClark.com, if you want to find out about that. But you just keep doing it, and we can't wait to see you on a podium, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there.
I know you will. I believe it, and I believe in you. Thank you so much for spending time with us today, Zion.
Yep.
Okay, take care.